Discussions about removing Confederate monuments here and nationwide also resurfaced during talks of racial injustice. News Channel 6's Renetta Dubose joins us live at the Confederate Monument downtown. And Renetta, there are a few groups who no longer want that dedication on Broad Street.
Jenny, at least 3 different groups want this monument destroyed or moved somewhere else. They tell me that it is a dark reminder of racism from the past. Now, this monument was a symbol of those who died and fought during the Civil War.
And we as the black community is supposed to honor that also. When he had us enslaved and fighting his war or their war, I don't see that happening. Not in 2020. It needs to be taken down.
You heard it just a few years ago. Groups such as the NAACP urging the removal of the monument dedicated to the Confederate dead.
Perhaps they may not have to destroy it. Perhaps they need a monumental place like a Confederate gravesite. Place it in your Confederate grave sites that's across America.
Street Justice founder Ray Montana, an activist involved in nearly all of the protests in Augusta last week, says he joins Black Lives Matter and the National Action Network of the CSRA in calling for the reminder of our nation's past to come down.
What do you tell your children? So we don't want to have to tell our children that this is a guy that promoted hatred towards someone with your skin complexion.
The Confederate monument went up in 1878 with the help of the Ladies Memorial Association of Augusta, a group of women grieving the death of the men in their lives who served in the Civil War. Fast forward to 2020, where protests and other demonstrations call out racial issues in America. And some groups say an Augusta with no Southern separation reminder is a better Augusta.
You don't see any of us being honored, do you, like that? We fought as well. So if we're going to honor them, that actually promoted this type of hatred, then where do they honor us at? So we're trying to promote equality for all people.
The commission tackled the issue before and had talks to rename the John C. Calhoun Expressway, a move that can only be taken up by state government. Dennis Williams says he's fine with Augusta's Confederate monument staying put and serving as a reminder to not be complacent.
I'm not a contractor, but it's going to be a large cost in removing the monument, placing it somewhere else, finding a permanent home for it, and probably repairing it.
Well, it seems we've lost Renetta, but she did tell us that Ray Montana says he is prepared to raise funds to take that monument down. He estimates it will cost more than $20,000 to do so. And again, the Ladies Memorial Association of Augusta erected the monument in 1878 to honor those men who died in battle. There's no word of anyone who's a part of that group and whether they're still living.